Hello everyone, welcome to our Talking to the Moon series. Just a few hours ago, yesterday, September 29, 2023, we entered the full moon in Aries. And as we all know, the full moon has a tendency to magnify certain things like our emotions. Also, maybe some of our clear gifts will be magnified. But right now, the message of the card for our moon manifestation card here tells us to cool our emotions. So be careful with your life situation at this time. There might be certain situation that might trigger your emotions. So it's normal sometimes, especially when you are preoccupied with a lot of things, you are tired, you are not, if, for example, there are many things that you had to consider. So sometimes what happens is it's easier for us to lose control of our emotions. And so right now, with the moon being full, there's a tendency for our emotions to be magnified. So in a certain sense also, we need to be careful so that we will not end up doing something or saying something that we will regret later on. So just somehow it's like a reminder for us to be careful with our emotions because it can be magnified right now. Now it will be further magnified if you go to energy spots, these areas where everything is magnified also. Sometimes in your vicinities, if especially when your clear gifts are being developed already or are already developed, your intuition are already developed, somehow you know already which areas are like energy spots. We actually have favorite spots to go to where our intuition is enhanced, where we are well-being is also enhanced. Now the energy spots can work in both ways. If you are feeling good, you're feeling happy when you go to that energy spot, which you can determine by the sense of feeling, you are drawn to those spots because it makes you feel happier. When you are happy, your happiness is magnified. Now if you have negative energies, if you go to those energy spots, there's also a probability that your negative energy will be enhanced. So be careful with your emotions. When you are tired, take some rest to avoid losing your patience and doing things that you might regret. Now, if, for example, you find yourself already beginning to have an argument with somebody, if you can stop it or find a way to deviate your attention to prevent your emotions to run wild. So somehow the advice here is to cool our emotions. Now let's try to read the handbook and maybe we can gain more insights regarding cooling our emotions. It says here, are you in the middle of an argument or perhaps in the mood to pick an argument? Surely not. Okay. Or are you being overly forward? This is a time of heated emotions and frayed tempers. They say anger is better than despair, says Abraham Hicks, as Abraham Hicks taught us, because anger spurs us on to do something. But you may get better results if you master your emotions. Yeah, because oftentimes the anger can become a hindrance for us to accomplish things because it breaks down communication sometimes. Okay. Now, certainly avoid stirring the pot or it could boil over. Cooling your emotions and being the peacemaker means you'll attract a more peaceful outcome. Well, with the full moon, if you have a peaceful energy, then that peaceful energy can also be magnified. Now, just know that just like the waves, our emotions can be magnified right now as we enter the full moon phase. Now let's try to see what we can expect for this cycle of the full moon as we enter this full moon in Aries, or we already entered the full moon in Aries. Let's try to see what we can expect. So let's do some tarot reading and okay, what is the main energy here? Wow, beautiful. We have here the wheel. Just be happy. If people's emotions are going out of fray, no, don't worry. These too will pass. Okay. So if you find yourself in a situation that makes you want to lose your peace, well, let it go. It's not worth it. You will just end up feeling sorry afterwards. Like, for example, if you end up saying something and then later on you will just regret it. It's better to just let it go, sleep it over, and let the wheel of fortune turn. These two will pass, and later on you'll be like this person who is on top of the wheel and very happy. So somehow the reminder for us at this moment, if things are very uncomfortable right now, just sometimes it helps to just sleep it over or take a break, go for a walk. Take a coffee break for some. Try not to argue. You just tell yourself, this too will pass. It's not worth my energy to argue. It's not worth my energy to boil over. I should just go for a walk, take a break, and then come back to it later. If, for example, somebody would like to discuss something and you feel that it will lead to a heated discussion, you can tell the person, let's discuss it later. Let's just go for a coffee together. Okay, just tell the person, not now, let's just relax. Come, let's go have a burger or something. Okay, let's try to see how this will further unfold. We have here the Three of Pentacles. Okay, you see here a family, and the family are happily working on something. The father is looking down at the child, and the child is working on something, and so is the mother. And they seem to be happily working together. Right now, what makes me feel is it's better to work in an atmosphere where everybody is happy to contribute something, rather than having an argument. So in a certain sense, here with the Three of Pentacles, we see people sharing, people working together, people putting in something for the progress of the project or whatever they are working on. So I feel right now, instead of arguing, it's better to listen to each other's contribution and try to see what these contributions will help, or what this contribution can help in whatever endeavor we are doing right now. Now, another thing that I am seeing here is you can see about 2 or 3 generations. There's a child and there are her parents. I feel the project will succeed even more if there is a collaboration between points of view of young and the old generation. You see here there is a consultation and a sharing of one's ideas. So for some of you, maybe you are beginning right now a certain project, and instead of allowing that discussion or working together to be something that is heavy, leading to arguments and everything, it would be much better to have that cheerful atmosphere. So when you look at it here with the wheel and the Three of Pentacles, you see people are happily working together, and the person with the wheel, the person is happy that the wheel is turning, and I think even the person's even dancing as the wheel turns. At the same time, here in the Three of Pentacles, they are happily collaborating. Somehow I think that is the message. To instead of having heated discussions, try to veer towards happy collaboration. The Three of Pentacles shows people beginning on a certain project. So for some of you, maybe you're in the process of working something and you already have something to present already. Actually, it's already a beautiful tapestry. You are in the way of creating a beautiful tapestry. So I feel also it can be that right now you might be having a very deeper relationship with some people. Now all you have to do is to maintain a good energy, a good collaborative energy, so that your relationship would be even deeper, happier, and more fulfilling. Now let's try to see what is the advice of the universe for us. We have here the Ace of Wands. Okay, so you are receiving a gift from the divine, and you see the mind is on fire. You have a lot of ideas right now, and I feel that these ideas, these gifts coming from the universe, will be much easily fulfilled if you work in collaboration with people, if you are open to suggestions and ideas from them, if you have that energy of being welcoming, being inclusive, and less argumentative. So in a certain sense, if we try to relate it with our tarot card, with our moon manifestation card, Moonology manifestation card, I feel that, honey will attract more bees and more flies rather than a vinegar. Okay, so this is what we have for our tarot reading. Now let's try to cap this Talking to the Moon series with with an oracle card. Now the oracle card is from the Earth Blessings Oracle cards. Now, so right now I feel that the message for us is, just if there are heated emotions, avoid them. Let it pass. Let the wheel of fortune turn. And now we'll try to end this reading with another message from an oracle card. Let's try to see what is the message. Just continue. Okay, it says here, continue. May you trust this path. So whatever inspiration you are having right now, just continue. You see here, it's a very beautiful view. There's a water and there are stepping stones towards the water. So continue the journey. There might be some pitfalls, there might be some danger, you might fall into the water. Well, it's a good opportunity to swim. But at the same time, just continue with the project. Continue to be happy, enjoying the journey, enjoying the project. Instead of building things that will make us regret things in the future, be cheerful, be happy, and try to develop beautiful, happy memories together with the people we enjoy working with. Okay. And maybe we will be able to gain more friends also when we have that positive energy. Well, that's it for today for our Talking to the Moon series. We were a few hours late. I was busy. I also have to be careful with my emotions. When you are tired, it's easy to lose your patience. So if you feel you are already on the tip of losing your emotions, take a break. Go get some coffee or go take a short nap. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope and I wish you a very beautiful cycle of the moon, and continue to smile always, and may God continue also to bless your ways.